a super quick cold calling masterclass. These are talk tracks that I've put together that work. No messing about, very human. Okay. We're not trying to get you to memorize things word for word. We're getting you to feel comfortable with talk tracks and then tweak them and make them your own. And then get on the phone and use them and ring people. And the more people you speak to, the more comfortable you're going to get. Right. Track number 1. Hey, John, Neil from SaaS Sales Misfit. John, we've not actually spoken before, but I'm working with other sales directors in X, Y, and Z industry, and that's how I came across your details. Was hoping to ask you a couple of questions if you've got a sec. Super straightforward. Right, John, told him where I'm calling from. We've not actually spoken before. I've spoken with other sales directors, though. Same industry he's working in. That's how I came across your details. Was hoping to ask you a couple of questions if you've got a sec. Inflecting down projects confidence. Was hoping to ask you a couple of questions if you've got a sec. That's inflecting up. Was hoping to ask you a couple of questions if you've got a sec. That's inflecting down. You decide which one sounds more confident. Now, what's the other thing we've done here? We've dealt with 2 objections straight off the bat. Who are you? I'm Neil from SaaS Sales Misfit. How did you get my details? Well, I'm working with other sales directors that are in your industry. That's actually how I came across your details. Right? How did you get my number? Mate, it's 2025. If you have to ask that question, you're living in la la land. The amount of data that's available out there, everything is tracked. Dude, I've called your work number. You think your work number's not going to be out there? Now, obviously, don't be as aggressive as that. Hey, look, it's 2025. We use the best in breed data. Would it sound so crazy for me to tell you that I got it from our data tool because your number's been out there floating? You've been in the industry for 12 years. Do you think there's a chance that your email address and your mobile number are out there? I think there is. That's how I got it. So that's talk track number 1. Again, got to make it your own. All right. Number 2. John, I know you're super busy, so I'll be brief. I've noticed you've moved aggressively towards implementing AI in the business. We're getting mixed feedback on teams embracing it in other businesses. Are yours adapting to it or are you getting pushback? Right? Now, I've read it how you're going to read it. Now you're going to make it your own. John, I know you're super busy, so I'll be brief. I have noticed on LinkedIn you've moved aggressively towards implementing AI in the business. Lots of teams are doing that. We're getting mixed feedback from them. Some are embracing it, some are not. Are yours adapting to it or are you getting pushback? That's how you make it your own. Yeah, tweak it. Why does it work? It shows you actually did your homework. Yes, you've done some research. They're implementing AI in the business. You're also showing some credibility as well because you're basically indicating you're working with other businesses similar to his, right? So you're getting some credit there. Yeah, you're building up value, but you're also building up your own personal credit. Hey, this guy's working in my industry. He's speaking to other businesses similar to mine. Exactly that. You're also acknowledging they're super busy. Being brief is a value add, guys. Bend off. Being brief is a value add. If you ring someone up, hey, John, Neil from SaaS Sales Misfit, how are you doing today? How's that value add? You're just completely, you've missed the mark by a million miles, right? Because they're busy. If someone rings you out the blue, it's very unlikely they're going to be sat on the couch waiting for your fucking call. They're busy. They're doing something. Please go into every call thinking they are busy, they are doing something. You're speaking to senior people here. They're going to be busy. John, I know you're busy. I actually know you're super busy, so I'm going to keep it very brief. Value add. Follow it up with credibility. I've done my homework on you. I know you're implementing AI into the business. We're speaking to other businesses, same as yours. Exact same as yours. Mixed feedback. Some are adapting to it well. Some are embracing AI. Others are not. They're struggling. Well, which side of the fence does your team fall on? You see, we're trying to have a conversation now. I've given you 3 different iterations of the same talk track there. Find the one that suits you best. Right. Number 3, the final one of the day. Hey, John, Neil from XYZ company. John, we've not spoken before, but we're currently working with Company X. I know they're your direct competitor, so I figured we might be able to help you out too. How straightforward is that? Hey, John, Neil from SaaS Sales Misfit. John, we've not actually spoken before, but I am currently working with Company X. I know they're your direct competitor, so I figured we might be able to help you out as well. Why does it work? Curiosity always kills the cats. You're working with their direct competitor. If they're a serious business, they're going to want to know exactly what you're doing for their direct biggest competition. FOMO. No one wants to risk getting left behind. Okay? And again, you're really bringing down the walls of defense here by going and working with your direct competitor. That's actually why I've called you. It just makes sense, right? Pieces all the puzzle of the cold call together for them without you having to really go into great detail and them asking you defensive questions because their walls are up because you've called them out of the blue. John, it's Neil from SaaS Sales Misfit. John, we've not spoken before directly, but I am working with your competitor. The company's ABC. We're helping them right now. I figured because you guys do something very similar, we'll be able to help you too. And then when they give you 10, 20, 30 seconds, don't be caught off guard. Like the geezer we just saw in the Andy Elliott video. Don't be caught off guard. Be ready with your questions. Be very deliberate with your questions. I know you're hiring right now. I've seen it on LinkedIn, but you've increased headcount over the last 6 months by 20%. That's got to take a toll on your onboarding team. How are your guys managing that? Do you have a customer success team? Can you walk me through the process? Are you getting churn as a result? Why are you asking that, Neil? Because that's what we're seeing with other businesses that have also increased their headcount by the same percentage that you have. What else? Right? You come across with credibility. You come across and say things with authority because you are the market expert. Yeah, you're asking for their time, but you're asking from a position of authority here. Don't put your prospects on a pedestal. Talk to them like they're human beings. This is a contact sport, and it's a contact sport where you're coming with credibility and they're coming with credibility. And it's a meeting of the minds, and you're figuring out, can we help you or can we not? And if it's yes, great. And if it's no, no problem. We tried. Shake hands, move on. I'm a professional too. Yeah, I'm not just some SDR or some AE that's just rigging you up and hoping that you'll give me, time, please. I'm begging you. Please, can I have more? Yeah, we ain't Oliver Twist. We are credible, professional SDRs and AEs who know exactly what the fuck we're doing because we've done our research. Now, the whole point of this is really trying to turn it into a very human conversation. Right? If you've got a friend and they say something mental to you, you're going to call them out on it, aren't you? Right? Do the same with the prospects. John, where'd you get your data from currently? Nowhere. How the fuck's you calling anyone then? How do your salespeople call anyone? Right, obviously don't swear, but the whole point, do you get what I'm saying? You're speaking to like you would your friend. Now, you're going to do it in a professional manner because we're in a professional setting. This is work. But fundamentally, that is the kind of mindset you need. And that is the mindset that top SDRs and AEs have. They ring someone up. They're absolutely curious. And if something that the prospect says doesn't make sense, you bet your bottom dollar the top reps in SaaS will call them out on it or at least ask a question around it. I just don't get it. Like, if you don't have any data, how do your salespeople call anyone? What are they doing? Oh, they surf the internet. Like, what? The same internet I do? Well, LinkedIn. Oh, okay. So when I go on LinkedIn, I mean, I've just been on your profile, and when I go on your contact info, your number's not there. How much time are they wasting trying to find this data, John? Do you think? Like, I'm genuinely lost because I do this for a living, but I use a data tool, but you're not using one. And I'm just curious, like, your salespeople must seriously be spending a lot of time scraping the internet, or am I missing something? Have a conversation, but also say it with authority, because absolutely, it's just a valid question. You do it with your mates. do the same thing with these prospects. The last thing I want to tell you is consistency. You can't cold call whenever you feel like. You need to be consistent, guys. Think of it like the fat person that joins the gym in January. Yeah. Week 1, they go ham. Week 2, slightly less so. Week 3, they're eating a Snickers bar at the vending machine. And week 4, they're in McDonald's. That is going to lead you to nowhere. Don't just cold call whenever you feel like it. Inconsistency will get you no results. Meanwhile, the fat person that joins the gym in January and is consistent will start reaching goals, and you see them on their journey, and they'll get to their weight goals or size goals, whatever they're trying to achieve. You need to do the same. Be consistent with cold calling, because it's easy to make cold calls, or easier to make cold calls when you want to make them. It's very difficult when you're not feeling it, but just get regimented with it. I have my cold calling routine. I'm not going to wait until 10 o'clock when all the CEOs and CROs are in meetings, and I know that. I'm just pretending, and I'm just hitting some KPI metrics. Oh, I tried calling them, they didn't pick up. Of course they didn't fucking pick up. It's 10 a.m. Yeah. Get in and ring them at 8 a.m. Get in and ring them at 8:30. CEOs have gatekeepers, but those gatekeepers aren't going to get in at 8 a.m. Yeah? CROs are going to be less busy, and you're going to get more cut through at 7:45, 8 a.m., 8:30 in the morning than you are if you try them at 10 a.m. Look, sir, I tried to call him. Yeah? Sorry, Mr. Sales Manager, I did try and call him. Yeah, your line manager's going to be like, right, well, it's great that you're hitting some KPIs, but you're not booking any meetings. Out you go. Let's not play this silly little game. Yeah. You know when the CEOs are free. You know when to get cut through. It's before anyone else is calling them. It's early in the morning. These guys work long hours. They're early. They're in early. They're out late. Yeah. Start calling them after 5 o'clock, after 5:30. Yeah. You don't want to, do you? Because you want to get the train home. You're out the door at 4:45 yourself. Well, you'll be out the door permanently if you carry that on. All right. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe. It helps me reach more people. If you've got any comments, you disagree with me, drop them. I will respond to every single one of them. And like I said, the links are in the description. If you're interested in one-to-one coaching, book in your one-to-one consult now. It's free. You'll be speaking directly with me. Discovery questions are in there as well. But I've got an objection handling masterclass. If you're after that, just let me know. How are you going to let me know? You're going to let me in the comments. Neil, I want your objection handling masterclass. Can you send it to me? Yes, great. We'll connect. Connect with me on LinkedIn and then DM me. There's ways. Until the next episode, look after yourselves. And if you haven't had enough of me and you want to see more, click right here and I'll see you guys in there.